Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on another team from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Mustangs will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Kelly. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. A first down for the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time on target.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to run for it. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Boilermakers are in the hurry-up.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got...
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Purdue! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Woodhead. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Motion from the offense. He wants to pass it on second down. Got a man. It's Carroll. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get the rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
From the gun, the running back has it. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
He wants to throw. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the option. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The run from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Uncorks one. Makes a connection. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Pressure's there and he lets it go. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Kelly. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play.
Makes the catch on the right side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. First and 10. Let's go. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Second down coming up.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem of the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard in this winter.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were a nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it pay dividends on that third down.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He'll do it himself. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. On the run, still looking. What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Purdue! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up 14 over the Sharks. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
He's got him this time. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. Your pass rush comes through for you and you create a negative play.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let him throw the football. Make him throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around now, hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a 4th down and manageable. So much easier on the offense.
And the Mustangs looking to convert on 4th down. Running back goes in motion. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got him and they convert. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Touchdown Mustangs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'll throw it on 1st down. Lost one deep down the right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
He'll start this drive firing. At the 45 on his way. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. And off from the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. This will likely be the last play of the half. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Lets it fly on the move. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Boilermakers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Woodhead. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Now on second down and short. Here's the handoff. The Mustangs pick up the first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to move it through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, you'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
This offense has a second down play. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Mustangs will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Branch. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
Wide out in motion. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
They'll try the run. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Maybe open it up for the passing game.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Here's the give off the left side. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Woodhead. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. And I think he is smashing people. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Looking to go up top on first down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Purdue! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up by 24 over Cal. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Second down coming up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll try to get it through the air. He looks that one in nicely. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to get to him. He's going to take off. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. A huge pickup on this play. They finally get him out of bounds, and that is some kind of way to wrap up the third quarter.
Purdue 35, SMU 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give on the inside. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late. You want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, they're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Fires one high and deep. Snatches it on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Boilermakers will line it up on 1st and 10. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there, and they're still battling, and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the 4th quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort.
And he throws another interception. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man on the outside. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Boilermakers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Going up top on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close.
Touchdown, Boilermakers! And the punishment has been extended. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
14.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think...
And that pass intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Line gets set, first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, looking to the big tight end. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Going to try to get it himself. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay a nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. And he intercepts it. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level there.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. The field goal is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
Well, that was going to take a Herculean effort by that kicker, and he just didn't have enough leg on that kick.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And here we go, final play of the game right here. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Wait till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team.